Good evening, Flosstube friends. It is the new year. Happy 2022, and I am filming after work on Wednesday, January 12th. So glad to be back. I have some finishes to show you, a few WIPS, and that will be it, so it should be a short video. I do have a couple of places in the video, which I will do at the beginning, where I'll be asking certain people to look away or walk away so that it does not spoil their surprise. And I hope that will work okay for everyone. It is great to be back in the stitching community for this new year. I have been very successful so far, even though I'm back to work, getting projects worked on at night and also using my book of days from Needlework Press. And so that I don't forget, I want to quickly show you January. You can see that I have a list of the projects I hope to work on this month. I have another list which I'll talk about in a minute. And then I've tried to put on each day what I have worked on or what I need to do on that day with a few extra stickers and fun, let's just say, cheer up the month of January. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I think it will be a sweet record of this year. I'm keeping it with my stitching on my stitching chair, and I'm afraid the cover's going to get a little raggedy, but I'm going to enjoy using it and enjoy decorating it. So thank you, Needlework Press, for a lovely way to keep up with what we're working on. So the first thing I'd like to show you is a finish. If you are my daughter who is having a new baby, will you please look away? Don't look right now. I'll let you know when you can come back. I have finished the precious baby Afghan for this sweet baby who is due in the spring. And I want you to see how lovely these colors worked out. This was the yarn that the new parents chose. It is a variegated, oh goodness, I've just forgotten who makes it. I'm just with the program today. It is a cotton blend, and it comes in a cake. I'll have to put it down below. But this is just a single crochet stitch with a single crochet border, and I am thrilled to have that ready to mail to the new mom and dad for their baby shower. And it has been washed, and it will get even softer with use, with it being a cotton blend. And so there is my crochet finish. See those stripes? It's self-striping, which I love. So it was such fun to do, and I hope it will be a good size to wrap or cover, and I will send that on very soon. Okay, daughter, you can look again if you are watching. The next finish is a cross-stitch finish, and I don't even think you've seen this at all. Excuse me, I just dropped it. But it is a small that I made for a dear friend. We've been friends more years than I'd like to count, and it is a birthday gift for her. So if you are my friend who lives in Virginia and you have a birthday coming up, will you please look away? Do not watch this part of the video because this is coming in the mail to you tomorrow. And I need to find something to put behind it. Oh, I'm just not organized. Okay, this was done as a free design by Primitive Hair. And if you can read that, it says Sister Stitcher. And I just made it into a little pillow which can hang from a doorknob or can sit on a shelf. But I want you to see those adorable spools of thread. This is not focusing well, but look how precious those are. I guess you would call that satin stitch. And it's just done on a linen from Hobby Lobby. But it just expressed so much about our friendship and our relationship. So a little tiny small finish, and that friend can now come back and watch the rest of the video. I will have to tell you quickly the funny story about putting that together yesterday. I had a day off and I thought I'll get it finished and I'll get it in the mail today. Well, that did not happen. I spent the morning fighting with my sewing machine. It kept getting jammed. The bobbin would get jammed, so I would pull it out. My poor husband came in twice trying to help me figure out what I was doing wrong. I got the whole bobbin case out, couldn't figure out how to get that back in. Bless my youngest daughter. She came home from her teaching job and I said, help. So, you know, in 3 minutes, she re-threaded the machine. I had threaded it incorrectly, even while watching a YouTube video telling me how to thread. And we got it set back up and I had it stitched in short amount of time, and then got it stuffed and got the hand stitching done. I don't do well with machinery, I must admit, so she is my magic threader from now on, and I have laughed about spending my morning of my day off dealing with a recalcitrant sewing machine. That may be the wrong word. A sewing machine that would not cooperate with me, but it was my fault. It was user error. All right, we had such a good time away. We spent almost a week on the coast of South Carolina. Never been to the Atlantic beach there. Oh, it was beautiful. If I knew how, I would put my video at the end of this video that shows the water and the waves, and you can hear the sound. I haven't learned how to do that kind of editing yet, but when I learn, I'll still share the beautiful beach. We spent time with those precious grandchildren whom we hadn't seen since the summer. We looked for shells. We waded in the tide pools. The water was a little cold, so we didn't get in. I didn't get in over my ankles, but it could not have been more beautiful weather, although a bit cold, and we just had a beautiful time. We were able to see fireworks on the beach for New Year's Eve, and then drove back the weekend of New Year's and spent 3 days driving back instead of 2 days, trying to avoid the severe weather that came all the way across our nation, especially in the southeast. And thanks to another dear friend who steered us as to when we could drive and where, and then thanks to another son-in-law who told us when we could drive and where, we avoided the severe weather. It took us, as I said, 1 extra day to get home, but we were so grateful to be safe when so many were stuck in airports with canceled flights or on highways where they couldn't progress. We were very blessed, and we are grateful for that. Precious, precious time with that family, and safe travels home. So we're looking forward to more time with those folks at the beach when it's warmer, and more time to enjoy those children. So also, I will quickly tell you that I did make a decision about my retirement. I keep looking at my notes, forgive me. I spent the trip thinking about it, praying about it, talking with several of my children about it, and I think that I have reached a good compromise, and I'm actually feeling quite at peace about it. Instead of retiring the end of January, I'll be retiring 1st of April, which will not be to the end of the semester, but it will get us over the training of the new people before I'm gone, and will give me a little more time to earn a full-time paycheck and ease into that transition. The part-time job that I could have applied for in my same library would have been evenings and every other Saturday. And that just didn't appeal to me. So I'm going to stay full-time until the end of April 1st and then officially retire. So then I'll be asking you for retirement advice. what do I want to do, what do I not want to do, but not being on a schedule with an employer is something I'm looking forward to, and having more stitching time. So thank you for your comments, your thoughts and prayers about that. I do feel very comfortable with the decision I made, and very comfortable not to be transitioning into that evening part-time job. So there's that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what I've worked on, what I want to finish, and then I'll talk briefly at the end about our Needlework Guild and the special list that we start the new year with. So my focus for a finish, and I hope our lighting is not going to be a problem because again, I do not have anything to put behind this. Let's try this to block the light. Is going to be my Owl Forest Sweet Home. And you can see there's been lots of progress on this. What I'm going to do is hold up the part that I've worked on the most on the trip and once I got back home, and then we'll look at the whole section. So let's see if I can do this. Most of this border is complete. I'll just need to finish it over to here. I was also able to finish the bookshelf, the lamp, and the little spools of thread here. And then I worked a lot on this border on the trip. So you can see how that's going to look across the bottom. But then I started the final circular motif. This will be the yellow flowers with the green leaves, and in the middle is a pair of scissors. I did not bring that picture with me. Then I will have to move up here to do one more little quilt and a couple more sewing implements, I believe, here. And then as we discussed last video, I will do the border that goes up above, which is like the roof of the house. Let me just hold this up. So I have not started that part yet. There is a small yellow border right here, and you really cannot see that very well in this lighting, but it will go all the way up the side until we get to that roof house motif with the vines. This is by Forest Embroidery. If you watched me before, I know you know that. There's the lovely needlewoman in the middle. And you can see all the precious little motifs. So this is my first focus for a finish. So close and yet so far, right? Love every stitch. This is just delightful. And I say that every time so you can say, yep, you told us. Love it. Several people, many people I think, are doing a SAL with another Owl Forest piece that I did not even know they had, which is called Red Cardinals. It is gorgeous. So it's on my someday list. I hope they'll keep it for a while so I can order it. Okay, another one that I have been working on that you knew about is by Teresa Kogut, and this is another one that I am focusing on a finish in the next few months. It is called Pray, this beautiful angel. And I was able to work on her a good bit on my trip. So I will show you what I have. I realized on the trip how much I loved this linen that I had put her on. And I apologize for the fact that nothing is ironed. I just really wanted to get back and speak with you, and so I took some shortcuts. Okay, so her wing is where I've done the most work, and then some work in her face, as well as filling in around her halo. It doesn't look like a lot, but that is a lot of stitching in that wing, and you can see the different flosses that are required for the colors. Her face is making me a lot happier now that there's more of her eye done. So I know that I will love this more the more I get done on her face. But it was easy to stitch on the wing while I was in the car. And so I did do blocks of color to get that part filled in. And then went over and did some of this as well as some of this area around her for that eye. And I had a sweet viewer say, keep stitching. It will be gorgeous in the end. And this viewer has stitched it twice. So surely I can finish it once. It is in memory of my mother who loved angels and actually collected beautiful, well, figurines and stained glass, things that reminded her of angels. So working on this one also for a finish. Now that's a good angle. You can actually see her face, the sweetness of it. So working on that. Then the final WIP for this video is one that a friend, a Flosstube friend, not a person I've met, who used to have a Flosstube but has not lately, but I saw her post on Instagram, and she is working on this, and it reminded me that I had this in my stash. Judy Hewlett. Follow her on Instagram. I don't know that she's doing videos anymore, but her Apostles' Creed by My Big Toe was on Instagram this week, and it was so beautiful, and I thought, why have you put that away? She chose to do hers, I believe, in the call for colors here, but I'm doing mine in a monochromatic blue, and I'll show that to you. I am using Midnight by The Gentle Art. You cannot really see the variegation. It's not heavily variegated, but I love this. I have another piece stitched in this, an anniversary piece, and I was hoping they could be companion pieces. So my work on this one is the middle section of the verse. I'll try to put this floss behind. So I have done several rows since I pulled it back out. And this is completely the middle. I started in the middle and worked out. So my goal is to go up and finish the top and then come back here and go down. It is a large piece. It's on 32 count linen. Beautiful, beautiful words of faith and sweet stitching because you use the one floss, and this is very easy to stitch on linen. It is a white. I chose the white to match the companion piece, and I will show you that next video. I did not pull that down off the wall, but if you look again, we're going to have some glare. I'll work up until I've done the whole beginning of the verse, and then I will do this border up here. I hope you can see that. Oh, there, that's better. So this would be the third that I really want to finish. You can see there's a beautiful bottom border as well. So that will be a fun one to do, especially when I don't want to change flosses too often. Let me remind you of the list, or remind myself, talk to you about the list that we keep in the guild. My needlework guild is called Tudor Rose Sampler Guild, and we have just paid our dues to start again the year 2022. Our dues start in January and run through December. And the list we turn in is called the Magic List, which means my annual good intentions checklist, and you turn in at the end of the year all the projects on your magic list that you have finished. Well, this year was my first year to participate, and I didn't finish anything on my magic list. So I thought this year I would be a little smarter in what I put on the magic list. So I have put Sweet Home, the Owl Forest piece. I have put Pray by Teresa Kogut. I have put Apostles' Creed by My Big Toe. And I have added, the beautiful Blackbird Designs sampler that is Merry Christmas, which is going to be a new start this week. All I have to do is pull my fabric because the items on the magic list need to be items you've already started that you hope to finish, and the list is not due until the end of January. So I think I can squeak by adding Merry Christmas sampler to my list. So hopefully those will be a possibility for a finish. And anyone who does turn in finishes in December is put in a special drawing for prizes for the December meeting. So there's a little motivation for you. So I'm excited I got that taken care of last night. I do hope the month is going well for you so far, that you're warm, or if in the Southern Hemisphere, cool, and hope you're staying safe. We are in a scary time again. A lot of staff and students are out because of COVID again. So do be careful, be safe, stay healthy, and use your stitching anytime you can to relax and have some special time with your craft. Thank you for coming back today. If you are new, welcome. To all my subscribers who's been with me for a while, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all comments, all likes. And if you are new and you like what you see, please subscribe. Oh, I know what else I need to say, and this is not on my list. One of my daughters has started a new YouTube channel. It is called Elizabeth Monday, like the day of the week, Monday. And if you are young, possibly a new mom or a teacher, it's more of a lifestyle video. She talks about her journey in her pregnancy. She's dealing with gestational diabetes, so she talks about that. It is a brand new YouTube, so go give her some love. Tell her that I sent you. You won't see any stitching though. She does crochet a little, knit a little, but she's a very gifted musician and will share any lifestyle tips that you could enjoy or share with young people in your life. Although I've already learned some things, and I'm not young and I'm not a young mom anymore. But it will be a fun journey as she looks forward to the birth of her child, and hopefully shares that with anyone who wants to learn more about living as a young mom and as a teacher in this crazy world. So again, Elizabeth Monday, Monday. Give her a shout from me. Watch one of those videos and like and subscribe. Thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing you soon with more progress on more WIPS, and whatever I forgot to show you, I will bring next time. Thanks so much. See you soon.